If you think people in your country have double standards, think again. Because in Uganda, we don't just have double standards, we have triple standards. For context, I want to tell you about an artist called Sheebah Karungi. This woman grew up from the ghettos, raised by a single mother. She picked herself up and started to sing. No sooner had her music started getting any traction than a very big celebrity by then came out and stated on a radio station, was it a TV station? I don't know, but they were interviewing them and they were like, in my life, I can never be on the same stage with that woman because she cannot sing, sir. I cannot imagine anyone saying anything like that about any man in the music industry in Uganda because most of them are terrible, but no one is saying it anyway. As she kept growing as an artist, the society in Uganda felt like, when I see this lady, I feel like we should change everything about her, change how she dresses, what she thinks, and how she perceives life. Because apparently she likes men, but to a certain extent, she does not glorify men. And that has always been so disturbing to the Ugandan community because we don't understand how is she living without the kings of this world. That became a conversation so big that they literally wanted to ruin her career. Everyone thought, oh, she's not going to make it because she's not patronizing men. And a day came, her dad died, and she was like, no, I'm not going to show up for a man that didn't raise me. Tell me why Ugandans seem to not understand that a child doesn't want to bury a man that simply didn't raise them. The thing with this woman is that nobody saw how far she was willing to go to change her life. Everyone doubted her at the beginning. Tell me why. I think around 2019, this lady builds and unveiled a mansion. The media, including women, took it upon themselves to start stating that this house did not belong to this woman that was working for so long. And everyone wanted to believe that this house belonged to her manager, who is male. In that period, a lot is happening for her. She moves away from her management, she builds herself a house, and then starts her life. And everyone is like, the fact that she left her management, her career is gone. I kid you not, people were on the internet betting and waiting for the day the manager will take back the house. Anyway, after waiting for so long and no one was taking back the house and she was staying in it during the lockdown and every single day of her life she was living in that house, a day comes and she was like, I think I've done this for a long time. Let me make a concert. Let me appreciate my fans thing. Also, she wanted to do a concert that is planned by her, not just the management, that is well thought of by her. She organizes a concert in a hotel called Serena Hotel in Uganda. That is one of the fancy hotels in Uganda. And if a concert is there, it means that you're going to pay a little bit higher than someone that has a concert in probably a stadium or something. So when the concerts were successful and she's doing so many things that people didn't expect, they were like, no, no. She cannot be achieving all these things. It's because she's lucky. It's not because she knows how to sing, yeah? But it's because she's lucky. God just made a way for her. Otherwise, if it wasn't luck, this woman would not be anything. But this lady has been working for over 10 years, continuously, consistent, giving us good music, good video. And let me tell you, men in Uganda can work for just two years and they come out with the mansion and everyone is praising them. They're like, wow, you did it, you made it. And for a woman that had worked for 10 years, people did not expect her to have a house or to even be able to pull up a concert. On top of the criticism in the whole country, a fellow female artist came out and she's like, I also believe that lady is simply lucky, but she's not good at her job. She's not good at singing. She cannot do anything. She's just good at managing money. And then some business person was like, that sounds like a very good business opportunity. Let's put these two ladies against each other. Tell me why a battle that was supposed to be musical moved from music and started being about Shiva's values, how she's a feminist, how she doesn't like men, how they attacked her family, they attacked her womb, they attacked everything Shiba stands for as a person. So fast forward, the battle happens. It was so successful. Both those women made a lot of money. It was they all did well. People had to come out and say, oh well, maybe she can do things to do with business and music, but she cannot hold onto a man. She cannot even have children. They even called her gay. Just a year later, Sheebah turns out pregnant. But for her, she has already stated that she does not love the idea of being in the same house with a man because that is not what works for her. What works for her is for the man to be in a separate house and she's in a separate house, but they are co-parenting and raising a child. She has never looked for a single family household. that is not something she wants. And somehow we cannot respect her opinions. Meanwhile, there are so many men, living such a lifestyle in Uganda, and no one has ever bothered to say anything about it. In fact, if a man has 2 houses in Uganda, they are gonna praise them. If they can take care of I don't know, 7 children from 7 women, everyone is gonna be like, you are doing a good job. At least you're taking care of them, because we have a whole lot of deadbeats. This woman, like, if you hate her, you might end up hanging. She does not, throughout photo shoots or display her pregnancy like that. She uses her pregnancy to make money, because her pregnancy reveal, how you want to show people that I'm pregnant, blah, 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 was a music concert. So people paid a lot of money to just go and see her pregnant, and everyone was finally on her side. They're like, yay, 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 she's done it. And then some internet troll came out and decided to share with us that Sheebah is pregnant for a married man. I do not condone that. And we all do not know the dad to Sheebah's baby. So it was all naysaying. There is a thing with Sheebah. There are so many people that support her, but they just cannot confirm they support her publicly, because they feel like, what? Maybe it goes against their moral values, or it downplays their patriarchal nonsense. I don't know. That being someone coming out and saying that she is pregnant for a married man, I think it gave a lot of people some, comfort. Because, when you are failing so much in life, you really want to see the next person failing at least at one thing. And finally, Ugandans had something against this lady. They trolled her, and up to now, we never know the dad to the child. Anyway, so she gets to deliver her baby very well from Canada, and she comes back to Uganda. And I was thinking, finally, it is done. Tell me why Sheebah takes off 1 year to raise her baby, and she comes back to the media. Of course, when you give birth, you're going to get, that postpartum body. You're gonna become a little bit more curvy. I think every woman that gives birth at least gets something, behind there. But the fact that when Sheebah came out after giving birth, she was a bit curvier than she was before. Ugandans just decided, when I look at this, it looks like a BBL. So one day Sheebah had gone to perform somewhere for probably someone big or someone political, I don't know, and we did not find out. But this person tried to sexually harass Sheebah. Guess what the main points of context were for everyone? Well, for some sensible people, it was, are you okay? How did you get out of it? Are you safe? And who is that person, so that we can cancel them? But for the kings and queens of double standards, somehow they were justifying whatever happened to her. They were like, no, it's okay to happen to you, because really, you're always wearing skimpy things. If you liked this video, you're definitely gonna love the next one. Please do not forget to subscribe. Bye.